background noise is so much. I hope you guys cope with me and just listen to the story time. Thank you guys. Is that him, King? Welcome to my YouTube channel with your girl Dorothy, and I'm back with another video. So I'm about to do a story time about when I was in SHS, when I went to SHS for the first time in Ghana, which is high school. I went to Suhum Presec. My first time going to Suhum Presec, my dad came to Ghana, and my dad and my sister, my elder sister, went to, they sent me to Suhum Presec. From Accra to Suhum is very far. So my dad drove us and we went to Suhum. So when we got to Suhum Presec, we were supposed to meet my house mistress. So I did meet my house mistress. I forgot her name. I don't remember her name. She was really nice. So my dad was like, "Oh, that's my last born.
We don't care.
Let me tell. So you are supposed to take care of her. Please help me take care of her." And she was like, "Okay, I got you. I will take care of her." So my dad introduced me to her. There was a lady there. I don't remember her name. My dad also told me, "Oh, if you need anything, you can come to your house mistress, or you can go to this lady." And I was like, "Okay." So my dad and my sister left, and my house mistress called a certain girl B. She was my school mother. So she introduced me, "Oh, this is gonna be your school mother." And I was like, "Okay." So she said, "My name is Mabel." But you know, in high school, your school mothers, you are supposed to call them Miss. And your school sisters are like sister, maybe Sister Dorothy, Sister Ann, Sister Hanaya. Yeah. So you are supposed to add sister to it. And she was like, "My name is Mabel. You can call me Mabel if you want. You can call me Miss Mabel if you want." And I was like, "Okay." So my house mistress was like, she's gonna introduce me to my school sisters. So I followed her. She told me to follow her. So I did follow her with my trunk and some of my stuff. So I brought a lot of stuff, right? And she was like, "Okay, that's your bed." She introduced me to my school sisters. My school sisters were so nice, and they helped me lay my bed. Afterwards, she was like, "I have to introduce you to some of my friends." And I was like, "Okay." So she said, "Follow me." And I was like, okay. So I did follow her. And we were in house 3. I think so, house 3. I don't remember. I think house 3. So when we went to house 1, her friend was nice to me. She was like, "Oh, she's beautiful. Hi, my name is da. How are you?" I was like, "I'm good." I was like, "I'm okay. I'm fine." She was like, "Okay, you look cute." I was like, "Thank you." She was nice to me. She did not punish me. She did not do anything. So we went to house 2, and she did introduce me to her other friend. "Oh, this is da, and this is Dorothy, my school daughter." And she was looking at me some way. I'm like, "Hey, sister, my all day." And she was like, "Waba menim, wujina ho shemi. Kambo boho na minti kum.
What the fuck?
I'm like, okay. So I did kneel down. She was like, manti kum. Sorry na boho na minti kum. I'm like, hey. I was so scared though. I was so scared. So I did what she said. And I was like, when I did what she said, and she was like, I should raise my hands. So I did raise it. And she was like, you think you are cute? You think you look cute? Come on at you. I said, Chefem. I'm like, hey, my boho means Chefem. Dafem. Come on, Dafem. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what are you even saying? You said I should kneel down. Now you're telling me to sleep on the floor with my dress, like, what do you mean? And my school mother was just standing there laughing at me. She did not even say, oh, Jai Sampo. She did not even tell her friend that she should stop what she's doing. She was just smiling and looking at me. She was just smiling and looking at me. And then she came to me and told me that I should get up. And her friend was also, her friend said, kneel down. So I was like, hey, now what should I do? What should I even do? Your friend said I should kneel down. My school mother is also telling me to get up. So what should I do now? So I did what her friend said, because I don't want any trouble. And my school mother was like, it's almost dining. You are supposed to get up and go and fetch water so you can take your bath before you go to dining. Because after dining, you are supposed to go to preps. And I got up, and her friend was like, you are disrespecting me, right? You see what I'll do to you after preps. So I was scared. My school mother said I shouldn't mind her. She's just playing. So afterwards, she sent me to the other houses and introduced me. Most of her friends were nice to me. Some people were also mean. You know, school mothers, some school mothers there. I don't know what's wrong with them. They think they are seniors, so they form like, they start behaving as if they are big girls, My school mother called one of my school sisters to send me to to send me to the tap so I can go fetch water so I can take my bath. So we did. My school sister came and sent me there. So when we were going, one of my school sisters were called she was called Lady Shaibu. So she became my close friend in SHS. So my first time going to the tap to fetch water, we met this guy. I did not even know that he was my school father. I met him and he was like, hey, this girl looks so cute. And he called me. He was like, what's your name? I said, Dorothy. Oh, where you feel? I was like, Medase. And my school sister told me that that's my school dad. So in case he tells me that he likes me, I should say no, I'm not interested. And I'm like, okay, Mate. So we went to the tap, we fed the water, and I went to bath. So after bathing, I got ready for dining. So when we went, they were serving gas. Ew! I'm like, hey, gas. Nani pedi gas. And they gave us some rice and some stew. Be almost your friend a gas. They said that's the name, gas. I'm like, okay. After serving the food, I was like, let me taste it. The way I chew up, I was like, they were like, that's what we eat in school, so you are supposed to eat it. I'm like, no, I don't want to eat this. So when we went back to the dorm, school sister ate the rice and the gas, but she came to me and told me that maybe she wasn't full, so we should do some gashit and eat. So after eating the gashit, I made so ansumi. So I went to my house mistress and I took some milk and I did eat some cereal too. So it was time for preps. So we went for preps. After preps, when we came back, I thought my school mother's friend has forgotten about what happened though. After the preps, maybe I was going to bed though. She came. Some new girl never him, one friend and mommy. And they were like, which new girl? Because I wasn't the only new person in the school. So which new girl? They were like, Mabel. School daughter phone one. And she was like, my school mother was like, me school daughter be. Me was school daughter's 4. Into school daughter be. She was like, they are back from they need tickets here. And I was they came to call me. As soon as they said they need tickets here, they came to call me. You know, I have a big hair. So they came to call me. Yeah, Dorothy, Dada is calling you. Miss Dada is calling you. I'm like, okay, I went. Boho. This one there, she did not say boho na minti kuma. She just said boho. I knelt. I did kneel down. And she was looking at me. She was like, sorry, Nessa. With no musical, I should just get up and start dancing for no reason. So I did what she said. I was just standing there dancing. People were laughing at me. And she was like, Uba Sama Diachi. I'm like, what's she even saying? How can I dance till the night breaks? Like, what do you mean? She said, Sa, Mrs. Sa, Mikasa Sa, no Sa. Like, her face cry was so scary. So, as soon as she told me to dance, I'm like, okay, let me just dance before she gives me a lot of punishment. So I did what she said. And my school mother came and told me that it's late. I should go to bed. It's almost 10 p.m. I should go to bed because tomorrow we will wake up 5 a.m. And I was like, she said I should dance. I can't go. Otherwise, she'll punish me. And my school mother said, I said, come and let's go. So I followed my school mother. She was quiet. She did not talk. My school mother's friend, she did not talk. So when I followed my school mother, and we went to the dorm and I went to sleep. I couldn't even sleep. So as soon as I was just laying in bed, I was just lying down. So it was 5 a.m. They started ringing some bell, meaning we should all wake up. It's time. So everyone woke up, and my school sister came to me and told me that we have to go to the tap fast. Otherwise, that place is gonna be full. So we did go. When we went to fetch water. We came to take our bath, and we dressed for class. I was doing home economics, like cooking and stuff. So I had to go to my bio class. So I went to my biology class. We were just sitting there. The class was so full with a lot of people. Hey, home economics, there people like doing home economics. So I was just doing home economics. And my school sister was also doing home economics. So we were sitting at one place. The class was so loud. I couldn't even hear what the teacher was saying. So after we finished our class, we went for different classes. After we did finish all the classes, it was time we went for break. And my school sister's boyfriend, he was called Pekakra. Like, that's his guy name, Pekakra, but his real name was Kobe something. I forgot him. So my school sister's boyfriend became like he told me he wanted to become my friend. I told my school sister. My school sister was like, oh, it's normal, just be friends with him. So far as you are not doing anything with him, I don't have any problem. It's like, okay. And for we went to buy food. It was break, so we went to buy food. And after eating, we came back to class. So after everything, my school sister's boyfriend, which is Bekakra, was a day student. So my school sister started telling me things about her boyfriend. I was like, okay. So they got into a fight. It got to a time they got into a fight. Bekakra came to tell me about it. That your school sister is doing this and this and this. I don't like what your school sister is doing. My school sister also came to me and told me, Bekakra is doing this and this and this. You have to warn him. I don't like what he's doing. I'm like, hey, right now I have turned to a counselor. Like, what should I even tell both of them? They are both my friends. I can't support one person and leave one person. So I was like, okay. I told Bekakra, don't mind her, I'll talk to her. And I told my school sister, don't mind Bekakra, I'll talk to him. So I did not even talk to Bekakra about what they told me. I just told my school sister, you know what? Just don't mind him. I don't even think he's cheating. I know he really loves you. Sake of the boy has been buying a lot of things for my school sister. He's a day student, so whenever he's coming to school, whatever my school sister says she wants, that's what the boy will get. So it got to a time the boy stopped and he started buying me things. And I told my school sister. My school sister was like, I'm the one who is forcing him to buy me things. He's not the one buying it for me. And I'm like, he's the one buying it. If he's not the one buying it, who is buying it? He's the one buying it. I did not ask him for anything. He just bought me this. So if I'm forcing him, why will I come and tell you? And she got mad at me for no reason. So she went to Bekakra and asked Bekakra about this. Bekakra lied that he did not buy me anything. No, on Sam. If I'm mistaking him for someone, I should remember the person who bought me those stuff. He's not the one who bought me. I'm like, okay, if you're not the one who bought me those stuff, maybe I will eat it. Because I did not ask you to buy it. So I did what he bought me. And I think it got to a time he came to me and told me that he likes me. I'm like, how can you like me whilst you are dating my school sister? Are you mad? Like, are you okay? Are you crazy? He was like, oh no, I really like you. I don't like your school sister like that. Who's school sister no ya ho shekeke mempeno. And I'm like, how can you say that? The way you love my school sister. Hey, boys of these days. So when I did tell him that, he was like, don't tell your school sister about it. So I thought that they were trying to test me, maybe your name is school sister and I plan on more testing me. So I went to my school sister and told my school sister about it. And my school sister was like, you know what, let's do this plan. Just pretend to tell him that you like him. So when you guys start dating, then you spend his money. I was like, oh, that makes sense. At first, I didn't even want to do it because I'm not that type of person. So I didn't want to do it. But my school sister convinced me and I did it. So the next day when the boy came to school, it was break and he came to my class and he called me outside. He wasn't talking to my school sister anymore. So he came to me and he just held me and kissed me on my cheek. He gave me a peg. And I'm like, people are here. He was like, so? I'm like, hey, Pekka Kra. I was shy. I was shy, and I was, at the same time, I was nervous. And my school sister saw him when he was giving me the peg. You can see that my school sister was really mad, but she was forming big girl, big. She was pretending as if she did not even care about it. So my sister was every day. He comes to my class and we do talk and stuff. So one day we were going for preps and I met my school dad. My school dad also told me that he likes me. So when my school dad told me that he likes me, can you believe my school sister went to tell my school mother that I'm dating my school father? So my school mother got mad at me. My school mother did not even ask me. She just got mad. And she started punishing me. I'm like, what has come over my school mother? Because my school mother, since I came to the school, when I went to the school, she has never punished me before. So when she started punishing me, I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? Before she told me that you are dating my boyfriend. I'm like, I'm not dating him. He told me he likes me, but I said no. It's like Lady Shaibu said you are dating him. I'm like, why would she tell you that? She was even there when I said no. And she was like, whoa. And I'm like, hey, Massa, you are my school mother, but if you're insulting me, don't bring my family. Don't bring my family. So she got mad and she told me to kneel down, and she went to the dorm. I don't know what happened. And she came back and told me to get up. So when I got up, I went back to the dorm. I opened my trunk. I couldn't find my sardine. I couldn't find some of my stuff, my cookies and stuff. My school mother is the only one who has access to my trunk. So if something gets missing, then it's my school mom. So I went to ask her. Then I'll patch her, and she just hits me. I'm like, why did you hit me? Are you okay? She got mad. She told me, I'm like, Miss Mabel, she remember what she saying. She got mad. And I don't know what happened, what came over me. And I just pushed her a little. She was coming towards me, so I just pushed her. And she's so skinny, so she fell. Amania, they said that I have beaten my school mom. They said I have beaten my school mom just because I did push her. But what she was doing, people did not see it too. What she was doing to me there, people did not see it. But as soon as I did push her, they said I have beaten my school mom. So they reported me to my house mistress. So my house mistress called me and my school mom and those who were there. She called only 2 people. So when they came, all those 2 people were my school mother's friends. So they also said, I did push her. And I jumped on her and I started beating her. And I was like, so I did beat my school mother and there is no mark on her. And my house mistress said, you know what? She said she does not want you as her school daughter anymore, so I will just change your school mother. And I was like, I swear to God, I did not do that. I just pushed her. She stole my stuff. That's why I pushed her. And my school mother was just looking at me some way. And I was like, you know what? Let's just forget. She can just keep those stuff that she stole. She's a thief, so she can just keep it. I don't want it anymore. I want to go home. I told my house mistress I want to go home. She should call my dad for me. I want to go home. I can't stay in the school anymore because the stress is too much. She was like, you cannot just go home for no reason. You should have a reason when you're going home. And I was like, this is the reason why I'm going home. They're stressing me out. That's why I want to go home. And I started crying. My house mistress held me and told me, oh, miss. She was pampering me. I shouldn't cry. So she told me, tonight you sleep at my place, okay? It's like, okay. So that night I slept at her place. The next morning they changed my school mom. And my second school mom was also nice. She was cool. She was nice. So it got to a time I got sick. They sent me to the hospital and my dad came to pick me up. The day I got sick and I was rushed to the hospital, you know, Bekakra was like, I should meet him in his house. And I'm like, I cannot get out. I'm sick. How can I come to your place? Meanwhile, he has planned, like, some, you know, I don't know how he got that place. He told me he has condoms available. So I should come to his place so we can make some movements. Like, which movement? Hey, are you okay? I'm in the hospital. You are telling me that I should come to your place so we can make some movement. I had some little phone. I should come to your place. Are you okay? And he was like, oh, which hospital? I'll come there right now. So he came to the hospital with some food, some jollof rice, came to my place with some jollof rice. So after I finished eating the jollof, I was like, okay, my dad will be coming here soon, so please, can you go home? I don't want my dad to meet you here because my dad does not know that I have a boyfriend. I don't want any trouble. Please, I beg you. So he left. He was like, will you come back to school? And I was like, yeah, when I come back to school, we will do that movement that you were saying, you were talking about. So don't worry, I'll come back to school. I knew I wasn't going to come back, but I lied to him. So dad came and I came back home. I told my dad I didn't want to go back to that school. So I want to go to a different school. So we should find some different school. My dad said I shouldn't even worry because our visa is out. So we can, like, we were coming here. So I shouldn't worry about it. I'm not going back to that school anymore. So they will go back and go bring all my stuff home. I'm like, okay, thank you. I was so happy I wasn't gonna go back. I was so happy. So when I was home, Pekakra called. Dodo, dabe na obeba. I'm like, dabe na wine beba. When our friend Dodo, I didn't wait Jimiana. Say, hey Dodo, yeah, me Pekakra inti. And he was like, hey, oh, mommy broken heart. Nia maya ma image. Now my lady shaibu broken heart no and run idea your kwasia. Oh, me power jede. That's what I told you, say me power jede. And he was just quiet on the phone, and I did hang up, and I blocked him. From that time, I did not call him anymore. I even changed my number so that he wouldn't get in touch of me anymore. That's what happened when I was in high school, which is SHS. When I was in SHS, Suhum Presec in Ghana, SHS is kind of difficult and it's stressful. They punish you for no reason. They tell you to scrub the bathroom for no reason. Like, they do stupid stuff to you. So that's what happened in SHS. Hope you guys like this story time. Make sure you guys do subscribe, like, comment, and share it around the whole wide world. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for another video. Thank you. Bye. Is that M King?